So, as usual, Tara did all the work. She found all these documents. I'm going to pretend like I read them.
Okay, perfect.
Let's go through it.
You ready?
They're good.
I know.
I read all of the headlines.
You know what? That's all I can ask from you, Josh. Okay, this one's my favorite so far. Microsoft says new Outlook can't open some Excel attachments.
What?
I mean, are we asking too much of you, Microsoft?
Why would it?
Why would it? So, this one made me laugh so hard.
How do you?
I know, right? The funniest thing was this bug has been impacting Exchange online customers since November 23rd. And they're
I'm going to do some quick math. That's like 11 days.
Yeah. And the best part is it says, try opening the file again later.
Hey, I'm going to fix this for them. Hey, CoPilot, on your next PR, make sure it can open Excel. Oh, look, I'm Microsoft Dev now.
Yeah. I really love that, though. Try opening the file again later.
Oof.
Sure. Then it tries to force you to use OA. That's the other thing. Like, all right.
Hey,
sure will.
because I can't do the thing, use the browser to download the actual file and then open it.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that basically
it.
what
Cool.
the new Outlook app is anyways?
Yeah.
Well, they're really trying to get away from the desktop. Yeah, for sure.
Isn't that what the new start menu is? The new start menu is React.
It's Electron all the way down.
Yeah. Then I read even deeper, and this is, I think, going to make people extra happy. Microsoft announced in January that it will force install the new Outlook on Windows 10.
Wait. Hold on. I want to understand this Microsoft narrative.
Mm-hmm.
End of October, move off Windows 10. No longer supported.
Exactly.
End of support. November. Oops. Can't open Excel documents. December. Hey, guess what? You can't open Excel, but we're going to install Outlook on Windows 10, and it's in a security update.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to force it. Yeah,
What?
I know. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit.
Okay.
And I thought you would too. Okay, next
It's a
up.
very Microsoft thing to do.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like date and time, like those things are so arbitrary in Microsoft land. They're just like relative.
First of all, I mean, who is really opening their attachments still from their email? Like, I've been trained. It's just been beaten into me. Just do not click any links. Do not open any attachments that come in on your
Email's a cesspool.
You guys have been opening emails?
Exactly. Yeah. I had to have my boss the other day message me and like, hey, when you get a second, like, look at this email.
Look at your email.
I won't do
Okay.
it. I won't do it.
Yuck.
Okay, next up. Netflix quietly drops support for casting to most TV. And this actually came about because, well, not because of, but have you been trying to cast Stranger Things from your phone only to find out that Netflix is like, nope, you can't do it. Not going to let you.
I want to say so many less than legal things right now.
Good. Think it.
I'm thinking it.
Okay, good.
This is why Netflix.
Save it for the 6-hour webcast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
So they pretty much dropped everything, any kind of casting, unless you pay the $18 a month plan? Yeah. Those on the $8 ad-supported plan won't have casting support. And then even if you do pay the $18 per month, it's extremely limited, only works on older TVs.
Without remotes.
Okay. Without remotes, yeah.
This just feels gross. This
know.
is like Star Wars. This is like you were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what Netflix was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's 100%. Where's Blockbuster? Bring it back.
Yeah. So
Now's your time.
Boo Netflix. So yeah, that's that one.
All right.
Okay, next up. This one makes me laugh a lot. I shouldn't because I'm evil, but yeah, it does. CISA warns of active spyware campaigns hijacking high-value Signal and WhatsApp users. I wonder who that could be. Who do you think? So this is
What a timeline we live in.
remote access Trojans targeting mobile messaging applications. This one's pretty nasty. ProSpy, ToSpy, and ClayRat. So this is affecting Android and I think there was Galaxy devices on here in the Middle East.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a nasty one. Samsung devices too. Did I say that? I think I said that.
Yeah. Maybe I'm
wanna say
gonna stay away from any political content and
Are
just
you?
leave this one alone,
Okay.
and that'll be it.
All right, I like this one.
That's interesting. I think it's very interesting.
Do you? Okay, I have something that you might not like in conjunction with this.
Okay.
India's not having it.
Huh?
No. India, I think to combat this, orders messaging apps to work only with active SIM cards. Yeah, what do you think about this, Josh?
I am not a fan.
Not a fan of
I
this.
get it. Okay, I get it. You're trying to stop fraudsters. You're
Mhm.
trying to prevent like all of the internet fraud. But at the same time, you're tying like Telegram, WhatsApp, Signal, all of these to like a SIM and a phone number
Yep.
that's registered to a person, which then defeats the entirety of the purpose of the anonymity.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't
Why?
love that.
Why don't you love it? You want to do some hacking?
No,
What's
no,
up?
but
Tell
I
me.
do think like anonymity on the internet like is part of like the fundamental what makes it go.
Mhm.
And I think there's a lot of like other like human rights and activism and all kinds of other things that are tied to anonymity being required,
Mhm.
and that's getting taken away.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not. I understand why they do it, but I don't love the implications and like what it costs to get that. I think there's other ways to solve that problem.
Does this have to be
Okay.
tied to a physical SIM or like eSIMs included in that? Do you know?
It actually doesn't say. It just says associated SIMs.
Hmm.
They have to be activated.
Yeah, but but this is also only tied to like phone numbers that are issued in India, right?
Yep,
so
has to be in
obviously,
India.
there's a quick way to get around that. And
That's
just hop,
correct.
skip, and jump, go get an eSIM from some
Yeah.
country, and there you go.
Okay, last one. We have time for one more. So this one is interesting to me. Apple's AI chief abruptly steps down. This guy. He looks pretty happy in this
Steps down
picture.
or was pushed down.
Well, I'll tell you about it. So he left very abruptly. Apple hasn't been doing so well with their AI strategy, and their stock prices haven't been doing so well. So he leaves, right?
Uh-huh.
They replace him. Siri was supposed to be adopting AI, and
What was the last time you talked to Siri?
I never.
Siri's
talked
like
to Siri.
Ralph Wiggum in the corner eating glue.
I know. So he leaves. A new guy comes in, and then so I kept reading, and then I read a bunch more articles. So then guess what happens? This guy, you guys all know him.
Mhm.
He's not
Uh-huh.
at all sketchy.
No.
He's like, red alert, red alert, red alert. We need to do better. We need to do better. ChatGPT, we're in crisis.
Uh-huh.
So guess what? Come back to this article. Well, now Apple is going to be working with Gemini.
Like, you
They
know what?
dropped ChatGPT.
We can't do this.
Yep.
Hey, Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Google.
That's
Help.
correct.
I mean, would you guys prefer CoPilot on your Mac OS? Is that
No. So yeah, I find
get
that kind of
Claude.
interesting.
Side tangent. Did you know that most of the time Copilot does not respect like permissions and sharing and restrictions inside of SharePoint?
Wow.
that makes
That's
so
great.
much sense?
That's great.
So like you could ask it about documents inside the SharePoint that you don't have access to that it could then reveal to you if you do it correctly.
What a
Oh, great.
feature.
Great. Way to scare everybody. Thanks.
Great job, Copilot.